Alright, so welcome to the next video and next podcast for the road to success. Today we're going to start the podcast with, like usual, an update in terms of my current situation. And to be honest, we had a pretty rough last 2 days. So I did find out that the job that I was applying for, that I had the multiple phone interviews for and the in-person interview for, ended up going to somebody else. So that was pretty tough. That sucks. Because now that was the closest thing I had to getting really a better job than anything else I've ever had before. And now going forward, it's gonna have to be going back again to be putting my nose down and just trying to get something, really. Trying to get something that's going to be able to give me an income that I can sustain myself on. And it really fucking sucks. I don't know really how else to put it. Because now I'm sitting at a point where I thought I was making steps to get down there. But now at the end of the day, I'm sitting here, no job, no money, no rent. So obviously the beginning of the month is coming. And I pretty much give out most of the rest of what I've left for my rent. So it's gonna suck, but again, it's something that as I'll talk about later on in the podcast and the video, where sucks, it's shitty, but I didn't get sick, I didn't get the flu, I didn't break my arm, I didn't get into an accident. Like, shit could be a lot worse. And I'm trying to just keep myself thinking positive about this. And so, alright, next spot, we're really going to segment into our pop culture and our Twitter area of the podcast. So without further ado, we're going to start that up. And here is my Twitter. If I'm looking at it right now, let's see what we got coming forward. So I got, let's see, some moments going on. We're looking at Nike as being the #1 trending thing right now. So Nike is trending #1 for, specifically it says Nike pulls Betsy Ross flag sneakers amid Colin Kaepernick's concerns of its ties to racism. Okay, so Nike will not release its 4th of July flag-themed shoes after speaking with Colin Kaepernick, who says he and others see the Betsy Ross 13-star flag as an offensive symbol because of its connection to an era of slavery. Or an era, however the fuck you want to say it. That's pretty fucking pathetic, not gonna lie. Not the one to really jump on Kaepernick's back or Nike's back, but this is pretty bad. Wow. I just don't get how, like, does someone need to pull up some of Betsy Ross's old tweets, see what she did wrong? Like, she tweets something at the age of 12 saying some pretty racially insensitive remarks? No. It's a fucking joke. The 13-star flag, like, that's the 13 colonies. Why, dude? Why? If we're not gonna recognize Betsy fucking Ross and the 13-star flag, what, are we not gonna recognize the Declaration of Independence? Are we not gonna recognize all men are created equal? Are we not going to recognize the U.S. Constitution? Like, these are all things that we had going on in an era of slavery. Are we not going to recognize, like, there's so much shit that is fundamental to this country and fundamental to, honestly, the world that happened during this time, that if you're just going to sit there and say, hey, this happened during slavery, alright, well, let's stop teaching history class. Let's stop teaching about slavery, right? It's honestly, pretty fucking lame. I don't know how else to put that, but wow. Okay, Nike, you're probably going to get a little bit of a mockery for that. I don't know if they're really going to affect sales. Nike's still fucking dominant. Alright, so we are seeing, it's going back into politics, we're seeing hashtag AOC resign. It's just the response to people saying hashtag Ivanka resign, so it's not, I mean, to me it's fucking tit for tat. Who the fuck cares? 4th of July's trending, whatever, that's nice. We got 4th of July coming up on Thursday. We got Alex Morgan trending. We got the U.S. women's soccer team played England this morning. Well, really this afternoon, just finished up, where they beat them 2-1. Alex Morgan had a nice little sip of tea with her goal. Alright, England, USA, England, U.S. women's national team, one nation, one team. USA, England, Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe had, I believe, some kind of hamstring injury, wasn't starting against England. I honestly didn't even see her play. Let's see what else we got. So that's really it in terms of the trending list. If we go to moments and see what else is going on today, let's see what other pathetic shit's going on. Alright, so Megan Rapinoe again, number 1. Drake's mounting his own recruiting campaign for Kawhi Leonard. Makes sense. They're going to need somebody to fucking keep him in Toronto, because playing in LA, going back to where he's from, is definitely going to be an enticing spot for the Claw. Let's see. Ben Simmons getting a max extension. Philly's not going to have a three-point shooter on the entire roster. We'll see how that works in a modern NBA. I'm not really sure about that. We did have... Alright, so Mike Pence, the Vice President of the United States, had an abrupt travel cancellation, and it's no cause for alarm. Supposedly there was an explosion with an underground nuke sub in Russia. Well, not in Russia, but it was a Russian sub. And then you had Putin diverted back to Moscow, and you had Pence diverted back to Washington for an emergency meeting. Supposedly there's a lot of rumors going around that are false. We don't know anything else. But we did have, supposedly again, the Europeans getting a little nervous about the Iranians, that they are now building their stockpile over the cap in which their low-grade uranium they were supposed to keep it under. So that's making the Europeans nervous. You got Europeans nervous, Russia nervous, the US nervous, Iran nervous. It's not really a great look going forward. Let's see what else we got. So Arizona's governor pulls Nike state aid, saying he's embarrassed. Gotcha. Build your own sofa meme. Fuck, that seems retarded. Is the US ready for Madam President? Ask Vogue. Okay, so they sat down with 2020 candidates Amy Klobuchar, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Tulsi Gabbard, and Kirsten Gillibrand. Okay. I honestly think this is a little bit of another ridiculous article. I mean, is the U.S. ready for war? No, but it doesn't matter. Is the U.S. ready for Barack Obama? I mean, some people would probably say yes, some people would probably say no. I bet you Vogue would have asked the same fucking question before. Obviously, we had a Barack Obama as president. I mean, we're ready for it, I guess. It happened. I mean, if we have a good enough woman candidate who gathers enough votes, she's gonna beat Trump and she's gonna end up being president. We'll see what happens, though. I'm not gonna do any kind of political analysis and give my take on who's winning the 2020 election. Let's see what else we got. We did have Tyler Skaggs pass away yesterday. Tyler Skaggs was a pitcher for the Angels. He was 27 years old. They just found him in his fucking hotel room. Just got married 7 months ago. It's pretty upsetting, not gonna lie. I mean, I had him on my old fantasy baseball team, but that's not important. Shout out to the Angel staff, anybody who's close with them. I feel bad for them. We'll definitely try to honor his memory as well as possible. Let's see what else we got. Stan Elizabeth. Okay, I don't know. That is annoying. Let's see what else we got here. Solar eclipse is happening in South America. The case against marriage by the Atlantic. Single people are far more connected to the social world around them than those who are married. I'm not even gonna read that. I'm a big marriage supporter, so that's just up front. Let's see. That looks like it in terms of what's going on social media, covering what's going on today. If I just dive a little bit into news, we did have the census. Wow, okay, so the 2020 census will not include a citizenship question in order to meet legal deadlines. Again, I'm not going to make any political state one way or another. That'll be for my other channel. But we did have that going on. Let's see what else we got, people. Looks like everything else is going to be pretty similar. All the stuff that I just talked about before. Pirates are plaguing West Africa. FBI confirmed this sarin package detected near the Facebook headquarters was a false alarm. 14 sailors were killed in fire on deep sea submersible. Hong Kong protests turned violent. That's not going to be good. And let's just go to entertainment. That'll be the last one. Oh god, I might have just totally... Nope. We're gonna end this here. Entertainment. This is fucking bullshit. No, I just typed on the fucking Bachelor. Shit. Goddamn. Alright, so that's looking like what's going on today. And we're gonna wrap this up in the next segment with just a little talk about staying motivated and staying positive even when shit gets pretty rough and you got some bad news coming down the pipe, just like I did today. So let's see what we got here. If I come over and alright, so as you guys know, as you guys know from the first part of this podcast and the first part of this video, I definitely had some rough news. I did find out that one that my sister did get into an accident and I could have lost my license for 12 months. That would have sucked. It would have been suspended. I did find out that, what else? I did find out that I didn't get the job at the place, and that culminating with the fact that we're at the beginning of the next month. This is where all my bills come up, whether it's a phone bill, whether it's my rent, whether it was insurance, whether it was food, whether it was my the few subscriptions I have. That is all coming due to pay right now, and it's looking to be tight, looking to be incredibly tight. I won't be able to do much, and I do have, it is going to make it tough because I do have a friend from college coming down that we wanted to do a little bit of a vacation of sorts. We were going to do a staycation just because of the fact that I don't have the money at the time. I thought getting this job, that would put me in a really good spot, because even if I didn't have the first paycheck yet from that work, I didn't have to worry about, let's say, borrowing or taking out a little bit of money before my first paycheck to kind of have myself a decent vacation. But that's not going to work. So I have all these things, whether it's people's opinions, whether it's the vacations, whether it's baseball season, whether it's the summer, whether it's the fact that my one roommate had a bonus the size of my last year's salary, or it's my other roommate is making way more than me, he's working a full-time job consistently at the most profitable company in the world. It's a tough thing to grasp mentally, but it's all about keeping my mindset positive and keeping myself moving in the right direction. So in this case, I'm definitely looking at a couple of things. So, I'm looking at the fact that I'm still in good health, I still have a great family, and I still have great friends and a great support system. So, not that I'm any proponent in terms of leaning on people or taking from people or asking for help. I mean, for me, that was just never really an easy thing to do. But it is something that you don't necessarily have to do. It is something where if the people around you see that positive attitude and they see that hard work and they see you constantly every single day trying to do the best that you possibly can, their pity for you, you'll start to not notice because of the fact that you're working and you're working hard and stuff like that. So instead of getting all upset and getting mad or reverting to some kind of release or some kind of escape, it's all about hunkering down, honestly kind of silencing everything else up here in the head and just planning out a couple of goals and executing as much as you can on those. Like for me, it was, I had this shit come up, and now for me it's, alright, I'm gonna put my fucking nose down and I'm gonna get back to the spot where I can get a job as soon as possible that is going to sustain myself while keeping myself in a positive attitude and giving myself the ability to go forward and the ability to see more. So that's going to be a big thing as well. So for me, it's all about perspective. It's all about attitude. And when I feel like, sometimes shit's not going right, personally, I think immediately to gratitude. That's really what you have to think about. You can find so many damn examples out there. You can find so many fucking examples of people out there that have it worse than you do. So whether it's like me, I have no money anymore. I have like I have an endless list of shit that I want to do that I just can't do. I'm fucking 22 years old, single, and I just want to do shit, but I gotta put some of that stuff on the back burner because of the fact that it's not realistic and it's not gonna help me make it to those next steps to help my long-term plan stay in line. So as much as I want to go out drinking or smoke a ton, or as much as I want to do something like that or go on vacation and stuff, that's not realistic for me. It's only going to help me in the short term, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to have a long-term plan out there, and yeah. So for me, it's all about looking to those who have a worse situation than you, but they have that mentality and that attitude that every day is a fucking blessing, and we go out there and we work our ass off to make that next day better. And if they can do it, I can do it. Again, I'm kind of a competitive person. Everybody's different, but I'm a kind of a competitive person, as well as the fact that I don't like to be beat. So that goes along with the competitiveness, and I just look at people who I feel like I'm in a better situation with, and instead of feeling bad for myself and having self-pity, which in my opinion, I absolutely fucking can't stand, is self-pity. I don't care who you are. This fucking feel bad for myself mentality is I think a total issue. Or responsibility just being pinned onto someone else. I could say, oh, well, they didn't hire me because of the fact that they weren't able to see past a resume, or they weren't able to work with me, or since that, like, I'm never going to be able to get a job, or I need colleges are responsible to get me a job, or my parents are supposed to help me get a job, or something like that. Talk about toxicity. That's fucking toxic as fuck. Yeah, so that's how I want to wrap up that last segment. Just basically staying positive, staying motivated, and keep putting your best foot forward. Now, obviously, we had the setback today. I'm hoping to be back on this podcast 2, 3, 4 episodes from now, saying, hey, I just got my first job. I'm fucking pumped. I absolutely love it, and all that shit. But I know I can't just wake up tomorrow and have that on my plate, so it's just be a matter of me working my ass off until I can get there. Because it's only me. I'm responsible for my life and what I get from it. So that's the mindset. That's the perspective going forward. And I hope you guys learned a little bit from that. And if you guys have any comments or any suggestions for myself or anybody else who might be listening to this, feel free to comment on the YouTube video, or follow me on Twitter. Send me a direct message on Twitter. It's at StClair14, STCLAIR14, or reach out to me on Facebook. Doesn't matter. Obviously, my name's Kyle St. Clair. You can find me on Facebook, fucking Twitter, Instagram. I don't really use Instagram that much. But yeah.